Sucks.
All right. Fired it up.
Woo!
Child Protective Service imposters reporting for duty, sir.
Damn. Didn't know we changed from a podcast.
Welcome in, everybody, to the YouTube stream. We're all warmed up. We're on our Patreon live chat where people got to Zoom with us face to face.
It's fun times.
Marlene, Dano, Jersey Pete. Hey, Jersey Pete, Philly Ferry. What's up, brothers? Chris Koosh. He's the master of the poos.
Yep.
Kalen's.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Canes. Megan. Hey, welcome in. All right, we're starting this because we've been fucking dicking off for too long. Hello, everyone. I'm Dickless Nicholas.
I'm Rob Dog. Hey, guys. How's it going?
This is our podcast about people trying to steal your children.
It's not us, though. We don't want them. We got enough of our own.
We don't want your fucking kids.
No, I fucking hate kids.
Nobody wants your kids. Your kids stink. But there's other kids out there that people want, and that's what this episode is about, is Child Protective Service imposters. Imposter.
That's pretty fucking cool. How do you sign up to get that? Is it you put in an application?
It's on Indeed.
Okay.
Just upload your resume. They'll hire you, dude.
Say you're a politician, right?
Everybody can get hired right now, dude. There's jobs everywhere.
That's true.
If you want to fucking steal kids,
Seems very niche.
there's jobs out there for it.
I guess.
You know.
Yeah.
Speaking of jobs, it's my job to say thank you to our new Patreon subscribers, starting off with the PP himself, Patrick Petty. Pete.
Yeah.
What do you think? How you say Petty? Petty?
Petty.
Pettey.
Like Richard Petty.
We call him PP for short.
Yep.
But Patrick, no relation to Starfish. We appreciate you for coming here and being a part of the show.
No relation, Starfish.
I like podcasts.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Lil Puffy Nipple Killer, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm the big puffy nipple killer. And I don't know if I've ever made it clear, but if you are a man and you have puffy nipples, we don't want you listening to this show.
What if you're a female?
That's the law. I can
You're
love
all right.
I love a good old fashioned puffy nipple.
If you're a chick with puffy nipples, you're cool.
I like women with exotic colored nipples, not just a regular. You get in there and it's not the color you think it is.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking purple nip. She's got,
I like the ghosties. Get you a ghosty, man.
What game was I playing?
Little fucking Ariel don't even exist.
I started playing Cyberpunk
Yeah,
2077,
Cyberpunk.
and I designed my character with no nipples.
Yeah.
And my wife's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why?" And I was really fighting to have a nippleless
Yeah.
character, and I got it. I got no nipples on it, and it made me feel good. And I started playing the game. Cool game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun game, but if you guys catch me on there, just
Look for the guy with no nipples.
be aware I don't have nipples.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking for somebody with nipples, you're barking up the wrong tree. But Lil Puffy Nipple Killer, thanks for being here. We love all of you. And what you're missing out on, we just had a Zoom chat with our listeners about an hour.
It's fun.
A little under an hour, little pre-show Zoom chat. You get to talk to us face-to-face. We play a game where if it's your first time on the Zoom chat, we try and guess your age and occupation just by looking at your face.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what,
We both hit one.
Rob Dog hit an age right on the button tonight.
A job. Occupation.
Okay. Yeah, we both did. Okay.
You hit both.
I hit a job. I hit a name, and I hit a person's occupation with no clues at all. Just said, put it out there, and then the person was like, I don't like this. Something's going on here.
Yeah.
And you know what? We have an attorney on staff now, which we met in the Zoom chat, so that's super exciting. We're moving up. We're moving up in the world. But we'd love to have you along. You just go to patreon.com/Brohio Podcast.
It's only $1.
Also, you can go to brohiopodcast.com/tickets.
Ooh.
And we're close to sellout, folks. So if you just want to push through and buy those last few tickets, then we'll call it a sellout, and we won't let anybody else in besides you. And that's it. So come and get them. Come and get it. We did a second episode last week. It was released Friday morning. It was called The Brohio Confessionals Part 2.
Great episode.
Collectively, I think we can agree that it's one of our favorite episodes ever.
Great episode.
The content you guys are giving us for the Brohio Confessional, bar none, hands down, some of the best shit we've ever read.
Good shit.
If you want to submit your anonymous confession for us to share with the world, completely anonymous, we don't reveal your name, we don't even get your name.
We don't even know. Yeah.
You can go to brohiopodcast.com/confessions. There's a little Google form there. You fill out your confession. We go through them. We put the best on the best ones on the show. We had around 75, probably more than that now, submissions since the last episode was uploaded.
Dang.
So you guys are listening and you're getting some stuff off your chest. I'd like to put some stuff on your mom's chest, but you guys are getting some of things that are really dragging you down. You're putting it out there, and it feels good to get it off your chest.
Yeah.
And we get to tell your story. It's been great. The Brohio Confessionals it's been a hit for us. If you haven't listened to those episodes, maybe you're a Brohio purist. You're like, I want the episode on Tuesday, and I want to do true crime or ghosts or aliens. That's the only thing I'm listening to. You're missing out, man.
Do people like that exist?
You puffy nippled fuck. Yeah, there are. I don't know.
They don't listen to anything else besides the main episode?
Yeah, I don't.
That sucks.
I doubt. I don't know.
I feel like our other stuff's just as much, if not more, fun.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's funny, man. The
Yeah.
confessionals are great.
It's awesome.
And the Battlefield of Love. So what's on tap for the rest of September? We're gonna shoot for at least 2 episodes a week.
Mm-hmm.
I briefly mentioned to Robert that I think that we're gonna be able to get our wives together and possibly do a Battlefield of Love episode.
Right.
And now whether or not that goes as swimmingly as we think, I don't know. But no better people to solicit for advice than the women that's been fellating us our entire lives. And they think they're funny.
They do.
They think they're better than us. So my thing is I want to get them on the show and prove to the world that they're not as good as us.
Okay.
They're not as funny. They're not as witty.
That's true.
And I want to rub their faces in it. I'm going to get, as soon as we hit record, I'm going to say, tell me a fucking joke.
Put them on the spot.
And if they don't tell me the funniest joke that's ever been told, we're going to execute them with our cocks.
It's called Sexecute.
We're going to sexecute them. All right, we got a newspaper article for you.
Read it.
Oh, man, this was easy to find. Woman duped by romance scammer posing as an astronaut in distress.
We've all been there. Hell yeah.
A Japanese octogenarian, okay.
What the
Only,
fuck does that mean?
that's a woman with 8 pussies. A Japanese octogenarian was swindled out of thousands of dollars after falling in love online with a self-described astronaut who sought her help to avert a spaceship crisis, police said Tuesday.
Okay.
Man, Japanese people are so dumb. The hapless woman in Japan's northern Hokkaido Island met the fraudster in July on social media.
It's a person who's 80 to 89 years old, so someone who's in their 80s.
Bitch, dude. Yeah, this guy claimed to be a male astronaut. A local police officer told the AFP, describing the case as a romance scam. After some exchanges, the scammer one day told her he was, quote, in space on a spaceship right now, but was, quote, under attack and in need of oxygen, the official said. This is the laziest. Like, I think I want to start scamming old. If it is this easy to scam these people, if it's this easy, I think I want to start scamming old people.
Oh, you up so high in the sky.
You need help.
You cannot breathe.
The scammer then urged her to pay him online to help him buy oxygen and successfully hoodwinked. How are you gonna go? There's an oxygen store right around the galaxy. Right.
Imagine just Fucking
Oh my
blowing
God.
into an envelope and just mailing it. Like,
What a dumb bitch. He hoodwinked her out of $6,700.
wow.
The woman lives alone and started developing feelings for him as their online communication progressed.
Oh shit.
If a person you met on social media ever demanded cash from you, please be suspicious of the possibility of scam, the police said.
Don't you know oxygen's free on Earth, you fucking idiot? You don't need to spend money on it.
Come back down here. Elderly people can be cajoled into using ATMs to get non-existent refunds of their insurance premiums or pensions.
Jeez.
Romance scammers drain billions of dollars from people seeking love, and their tactics have evolved in sinister ways. More than 64,000 Americans were taken for over $1 billion in romance scams in 2023 alone, double the $500 million 4 years prior. About half of people who are using dating sites say they've come across somebody who tried to scam them, according to Representative Brittany Peterson, a Colorado Democrat. No matter how advanced you think your ability to understand what's out there, they're going to deceive so many people. We really have to get in front of this.
Man.
And just with AI and shit, man, you get a little Snapchat filter. He could have called her ass from space.
That's true.
And been like, this is my last breath, and I wanted to say fuck you for not giving me 4 million yen to save my air supply. That's something, dude.
It really is lazy work, man.
And that's why we got pictures of people's meemaws on our wall back there, because we love people's meemaws, man.
Would never do that to your meemaw.
Dude, I feel so bad for just this generation. Like that generation.
That generation?
With how I'm starting to get confused by AI stuff. Sometimes I see shit, I'm just like, there's no way. I just assume everything's fake at this point.
You kind of have to.
And then finally you start to let your guard down a little bit. You're like, oh, man, I really want a golden doodle pup. And then they eat its fucking head like cake.
And it turns to butter.
And it turns into butter, and their brain falls out, and they kick it into a storm drain.
Dude, those are wild.
And I'm like, I was hook, line, sinker. I was I was ready to buy this puppy.
Right.
I would have sent this puppy a check for $1,000.
Mm-hmm. I saw one the other day, and it got me. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, fucking ham dog.
Yeah.
Save people from the fire.
Ham dog.
That's bad. That's back when AI meant something, dude.
I still have that picture saved on my phone.
You just lay a slice of ham on a ham dog's face, and you can confuse everybody.
One like equals one prayer.
Yeah, man. And people are just, it's going to keep getting worse. Like the voice. And I would encourage you, if you have elderly people in your life, just talk to them and say,
Watch over them.
look, if I ever call you and need help, whatever it is, like, ask me a question that only I would know the answer to.
Yeah.
For me, if my mom knows, if she's worried about, me calling her and asking her for money, and she knows, I'll be like, Mom, do I have a big dick or a little dick? And she's going to be like, you got a tiny dick. And then the confirmation is, I will say, I have a little dick.
Yeah.
And I'll confirm it. And then she'll know, like, okay, he needs $1,000 or he needs XYZ.
Yeah.
Whatever he needs. Whatever you need. Don't call us because we're stupid and we can't help you. But we would love to see you at the live show in Dallas. It's going to be a great time. Also, if you would like to get your picture of your dog or your cat or your meemaw put on the wall behind us, just mail us a picture. Don't email it, because I have a black and white printer, and I'm not doing that. I'm just not fucking printing off pictures of your dog. You can go to the post office. Send it to the Brohio Podcast, P.O. Box 672, Vandalia, Ohio 45377. And you can go on the Paul wall.
Yep. And the meemaw, the Paul wall, meemaw wall.
What you looking at? In the meantime, here's a break for our sponsors.
Those were great.
And they're great. I hear something buzzing. I hear it in the headphones. Where's your phone at?
Over here.
It's that. Oh, no.
I don't think so.
Fucking drive me crazy, dude. This place is a fucking prison. I'll tell you. I don't know. Can you hear it buzzing?
I can kind of hear it a little bit. in my left ear.
I'm gonna pause this for a second.
Okay. It's fucking bothering you, isn't it?
It is, dude.
I got this hair on my face that keeps bothering me. I've been trying to pull it. Got it. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, got it. Nope.
Oh, there it went.
There it went.
What was it?
The cloud lifter. Yeah. Yay.
All right, we found it. It's a cloud lifter.
I'm an electrician.
They try and sell you this $20,000 preamp for this microphone that's already $20,000. Piece of shit.
They get you.
Okay, for this episode, I had no expectations when I found this topic.
Mm-hmm.
I said, wow, this looks cool. And then I started to consume all of the research and go through everything. And this is one of the craziest topics we'll ever cover. It's such a overlooked thing that is still actively going on. And I have probably 4 or 5 news audio clips
Oh shit.
of this shit still going on right now. And it's been going on for nearly 40 years. Let's give you the cold opening. It's late. You're home, the kids are asleep upstairs, and then a knock hits the front door. It's sharp, it's deliberate. You open it, and there's a woman with a clipboard dressed like she's just left a boardroom. Child Protective Services, she says. Voice flat, she says, we got a report about your children. She knows their names. She knows their ages, maybe even their allergies. There's a man standing behind her, silent, eyes locked on you. You let them in, and because they're official, right? They're government officials. They poke around, they check the kids' rooms, maybe run a hand over your daughter's stuffed animals. Then they leave. You call CPS the next day, or Child Protective Services. Your gut is twisting. You're nervous. And they say, we didn't send anyone. There's no record of that visit. Your blood goes cold. Who was in your house? What did they want? And why do you feel like they're still watching you?
Ooh.
This is not just an urban legend, okay? I know a lot of the topics. So what I wanted today, I went and saw The Conjuring, the new Conjuring movie, which I really enjoyed. And I was looking for a topic with just like a violent paranormal aspect to it.
Okay.
Just some type of demonic infestation, some type of just jaw-dropping story just to make you be like, oh, fuck, man, this is scary. And what I found, for lack of a better term, I found something scarier than that.
Yeah.
I found something that is this is real. This is real. Whereas the hauntings, kind of the nasty ghost infestations, the demonic entities, that stuff kind of feels like it's rinse, repeat, redo. Rinse, repeat, redo. It's all the same thing over and over and over again. The family moves in. You start hearing weird noises. You hear the crashing, stuff flying around the house. The walls are bleeding. Someone fucked the dog. It's just over and over and over and over. It's the same thing over and over, man. And that's what's so... I hate that for people that are involved in, shit like that is... While they... Sorry. People that actually have paranormal issues, I guess, going on. They're overlooked because they're just hard to buy into.
Mm-hmm.
They really got something going on. You're like, okay, all right, yeah. And then they sometimes they won't get the help they need. But this is something completely different. This is truly haunting. This is truly terrifying. But this is a real fucking boogeyman right here. Robert, you're one of the most chillaxed dudes that I've ever... You are the most relaxed guy I've ever met in my life.
I'm pretty chill, man, yeah.
You, Oh, my wife's calling me. She knows I'm doing this shit, but she's...
It's all good.
Hello? Yeah, we're still like, we've probably got like 45 minutes left. All right. Okay. Love you. Bye. Yeah, like I was saying, but in terms of like messing with you or not messing with you,
Mm-hmm.
like don't fuck with your kids. Like don't fuck
Yeah,
don't fuck
absolutely.
with my kids.
Right. That's my job.
And whenever someone tries to fuck with your kids, it brings out a part of you that someone wouldn't normally necessarily see on a regular day.
Right.
And that's what this is about. You may be someone you're like, I just like podcasts. I just like hanging out, listening to the bros. But this is a real darkness that is out there. You may not have kids, but one day you might. But ultimately, I think we all have some type of child interaction in our lives, whether you have a niece or a nephew, or maybe you're one of these CPS people who did steal a kid. You have a child in your life, or you know somebody who has children, has small children. You're talking to us. You're here with us, so you do know people with small children. Although my kids are all reaching that point where they all just stink all the time. They're not really kind of crossing that finish line now where they're not really cute and cuddly. They kind of fucking smell bad.
You still got a couple of them that are a little younger than. Yeah. I think your youngest is a couple years younger than mine.
But she acts like the older ones now.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Right. It sucks. They're getting older.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And this, like I said, this is not just an urban legend. Families across the United Kingdom, the United States, and even South Africa have reported encounters with what became known as phantom social workers or phantom child protective service workers.
Dang.
Mysterious strangers impersonating child welfare officials who appear suddenly, interrogate the families, and then vanish without a trace. Sometimes children disappear soon after, sometimes nothing happens, and sometimes the kid themselves report seeing things that could not have been human. For decades, families across the United Kingdom, the United States, and beyond have reported these chilling encounters. The mysterious strangers became known as the phantom social workers. Now, like I said, they kind of just show up, they carry convincing identification, and then they disappear without a trace. They often ask very disturbing questions and sometimes attempt to separate children from their parents on the spot. The encounters leave behind like a lot of people say it's like a sense of violation. There's some terror involved, but the realization that no one is going to investigate further. Police have it's claimed that they brushed this off. They view the stories as unsubstantiated. Social service agencies claim no responsibility. The families are left in the dark. They have nothing but the memory of the stranger's eyes, their strange cadences, and the fear that the knock could return at any time. I'm talking about people knocking on your door, documented cases of this, substantiated claims, people knocking on your door, a government agency saying, I'm Rod with adult or child protective services. Montgomery, we live in Montgomery County here. Montgomery County Child Protective Services. We had an anonymous complaint about a little Amelia saying that she's not fed and she sleeps in a shitty bed. And it's almost like comes from a place of pride to be like, oh, really? Well, I want you to come in here and see what this child lives like. I want you to come and see, like, I fucking work. I've got food in the cabinets. I keep this place clean. It's almost like a sense of pride. I know that's how I would feel if like protective services came here. Mm-hmm. I'm like, fucking come in here and look at all this shit. We got a fucking MetaQuest over there, man. They got games and shit. Come in here and take a look. We got a dog.
Not a single turd in those beds.
Look at this dog. Look how nice this dog is. Look at the tricks it can do. You see the tricks that the dog can do this, imagine what the kids can do.
Right. This fucking dog can catch a frisbee.
Yeah, you gotta sit down and watch my kids fucking dance now. Like I gotta do this dumb shit.
Come on, we're going to gymnastics.
Yeah.
Take a look at this shit. Look what she could do.
But that's the thing is real life instances of people coming to your door saying, I'm so-and-so with Child Protective Services. I would like to, I have an anonymous complaint. I need to check on your child. Then they do the checking. Everything checks out, whatever. They come in, they pick things up. They look around, they pat your child on the head. They rub their face, tell them everything's okay. And then they leave. And then you call Protective Services and you say, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then Protective Services says, we have no case. Like there's nothing associated with your name, your address. None of our employees are out there.
First of all, the whole situation would already piss me off.
Oh, beyond words.
And then that would piss me off even more. And I'd be like, what the fuck just happened?
All of my friends, and I shouldn't say this, like I've got a lot of friends that have gone. I know people who've had Child Protective Services called on them.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time it has been another jealous parent for some reason.
Of course.
Little Timmy beat him out on the football team. Little Joni is going to prom with the boy that their kid wanted to go with.
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly the reasons that people will make up. They'll make up shit to make Child Protective Services come to your house.
Typically on some petty bullshit.
Thank God nothing like that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
My children are, I'll tell you, I don't think they could have it any better.
I think my kids would fucking laugh if they were like, are you being mistreated? They'd be like, no.
Yeah, like you said, dude, it would piss me off.
Yeah.
It would, but I would be like, well, fucking come on in here then. Check it out, dude.
Right.
Whatever. Knowing what I know now, no, you're not coming in. I don't know who you are.
Yep.
You're about 4 inches away from getting punched in the dick and, you know.
Bring a fucking warrant or get the fuck out of here.
I want a warrant. The phenomenon is more than just a rumor, though. In the late 1980s is when this all started. The wave of reports in Scotland and northern England grew so intense that newspapers across the country started to cover these incidents in detail. Investigations were launched. Police knocked on doors themselves, warning parents not to admit anyone into their homes without verifying credentials. Politicians even debated the issue briefly in Parliament. It was not treated as a fairy tale or an urban panic. It was treated as a genuine threat at the time. Yet despite the paper trails of investigations and the public warnings, no one was ever arrested. No organized group was ever uncovered. No single explanation has ever emerged for what has been behind all of these incidents of people proclaiming to be Child Protective Services, knocking on doors, and getting access to these people's children.
It's interesting.
In 1990, did I skip a part?
No.
Sometimes. I just want to make sure that.
I think so.
Okay.
I was reading along
We're
with
good.
you, and
Okay.
I'm right where you're at.
In 1990, the UK police launched Operation Childcare to investigate. They looked at 250 cases across 23 police forces. Only 2 of these were legit CPS visits.
Damn.
Let me say that again.
Damn.
They reviewed 250 cases, only 2 of which were documented visits by CPS.
Whew.
A few others were suspicious but led nowhere. The lack of answers points to something more organized, maybe too big to touch. We know all about that here in America. Some say it's tied, at the time, it was tied to the satanic panic with people paranoid about cults. Others think it's trafficking or child trafficking or organ harvesting, scouting kids for the black market. Whatever it is or whatever it was, the silence around it is deafening. And that's the scary part of all of this is I will probably venture to say that 95% of people listening to this episode, this is the first time that you're hearing about this. And dude, my wife stresses out about everything when it comes to the kids. Sometimes she'll wake me up in the middle of the night and be like, go check their windows. First of all, bitch, they live on the second, they live up in the air, like a treehouse.
Up in the air.
Unless somebody's you know. And she kind of like projected this so much on the kids that Paisley started to have a hard time every night.
Oh no.
And I'd be like, look, I got glass break alarms on all these windows.
Yeah.
I take you through the alarm system.
Yeah, cameras everywhere.
I'm like, sweetie, you're good. You're set up. And she's just like, yeah, I'm not buying it. Don't leave me in here by myself. And there was a week of just like pure terror on her. She was just afraid.
That's crazy.
Afraid to be in a room. She was having these nightmares of people kicking her windows in.
They're abducting the kids for the stem cells.
They need the baby's bones so they can ground them up. That goes into the adrenochrome shots.
for the reptilian elite.
Let me tell you right now, folks, I'm not saying this. I'm not trying to be a hero, a folk hero. I know what's really going on. And I've been trying to warn people. I've been trying to warn the masses for many years now. They're trying to turn the frickin' frogs gay. Now, this is, and for as out there as Alex Jones is, this is something I've never heard him touch on.
Mm-hmm.
This is something I've never heard anybody touch on. But as we move through this episode, I have some local news agencies that had reported on these things of people that had fucking humans come to their door
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
and
It's
say,
crazy.
I'm with CPS. Let me talk to them. And then they're not who they say they are.
Phew.
So let's look at the cases that started this nightmare. The earliest documented case was in Scotland in 1983. Newspapers reported mothers being visited by plainclothes officials claiming to be child welfare workers. These strangers often carried clipboards, asked unsettling questions, and often insisted on examining the bedrooms of young children.
Ooh.
In one case, a woman in Edinburgh described two women and a man showing up unannounced. They told her they had received an anonymous complaint about her daughter and demanded to see where she slept. When the mother refused, they became agitated. She asked to see their identification more closely. At that moment, they turned and walked away. By the time she rounded the corner after them, they were gone. Police confirmed that no welfare officers had been dispatched to that address. Flash forward 7 years to 1990. This is in Sheffield, England. A single mom by the name of Annie Wiley. She got a knock at her door around 7 p.m. at night. Her 20-month-old son was asleep after a hospital stay for asthma. The visitor was a woman, late 20s, light blue coat, small scar by her eye. She says that she's a health visitor, has a file with the kid's medical history, stuff that only the hospital should know. Annie lets her in, but something seemed off. The woman asks questions like, does he bruise easily? Does he have any rashes? There's a guy in the car outside just watching. Annie pushes back and asks for identification. The woman mumbles an excuse and then bolts from the house. Annie calls the health service. Nobody sent a visitor to her home. Police searched for weeks. Nothing. No leads. No suspects. The car's plates don't even exist. That makes your skin crawl.
Yeah, I don't like that.
When I was reading that story, I was just like, fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're already so vulnerable in that moment because your asthma is a scary thing for people that have never dealt with it. For your kid to have asthma or croup or just anything, like any type of breathing obstruction, when you're going through that as a first-time parent, that is one of the scariest things you can go through as a parent. I know there's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of families out there dealing with a lot of really bad health issues with their children. And I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but those breathing obstructions, when you're going through that as a first-time parent, that's scary shit, man.
Yeah.
And to think like, okay, well, they're now out here to check on us again. In all actuality, this is someone maybe scoping you out, scoping your child out, to see if they're a viable option for fucking organ harvesting or child trafficking.
It's crazy.
And we're going to get into it more later of why, what the visit could have meant. Okay? Because it's, there's some wild shit, man. In 1994 in Glasgow, a family gets a visit from two women claiming to be CPS. They are checking on a 3-year-old girl after an anonymous tip. They know the kid's name, her daycare, and even her favorite toy.
Ooh.
They inspect her bedroom. They touch her stuffed animals. Then they leave. The mom calls CPS the next day. No record of the visit. Police find no trace. The same year in London, a dad reports a man and a woman in suits who show up at 9 p.m. 9 o'clock at night. You're laying the family down for bed at 9 o'clock at night, man.
They always show up right after dinner.
Yeah. Saying they're investigating a case of neglect. They asked to see his 5-year-old son's arms and legs, claiming it's for health checks. Dad lets them in, but gets very suspicious when they dodge the questions about their office. They asked so many questions that the dad tipped him off that he was aware that they were not who they said they were. Yeah. They leave in a hurry. He reaches out to Child Protective Services. They say that they sent no one. They confirm that there was no investigative officer sent out to the home for any reason. The most frightening cases, though, involve physical attempts to seize the children. One mother in Sheffield recounted a man who attempted to pull her toddler out of her arms, claiming he had authority to remove the child immediately. She screamed, the neighbors rushed out, and then the man fled.
Wow.
When police were called, they admitted no child protection officers had been assigned to her street. The intruder had been an imposter, but of what kind, no one could really say. And it's not just the UK. In 2003, near Canberra, Australia, a mom got a visit from a man and a woman in business attire. They said that they're from a child welfare agency and they need to check her 2 children who are aged 4 and 6. They know the children's medical histories down to a recent ear infection.
Wow. That's something even like not even
It's very
that
subtle
crazy.
detail.
Yeah.
It's a very minor detail. They spend 15 minutes in the house looking at the kids' beds, asking about their sleep patterns. Mom calls the agency after they leave. No such visit scheduled.
Crazy.
Cops describe her as hysterical when they interview her, saying the man's eyes, what the woman said about the man visiting is the man's eyes didn't look right. What that means to me, this can be spun in a couple different ways. If, there's one part of me that's like, okay, I want it to be aliens. Yeah. And they're trying to fucking round up children for the mothership.
Diddle some kids in the mothership.
So that tells me that these people were probably under the influence of some type of drug.
Absolutely.
That, or they were probably part of some organized crime, I don't know, we'll call it team. Mm-hmm. And they were likely the scapegoat for something they didn't want to be a part of. They likely probably were sleep deprived. It just tells you of just like these disgusting, just reading between the lines, it tells you that like all the disgusting details without giving you the disgusting details. Mm-hmm. It was probably someone doped up that hadn't slept in days, that was doing something for fear of their own life.
That's what I was going to say. Made to do something.
And that there was a higher power involved, whether it was the person that was harvesting the children, that wanted their organs, just a middleman. And honestly, the people that were making them do it were probably not the people in charge. There's a lot of different levels to that. Mm-hmm. And you probably need to peel back another 3 to 4 levels to even get to the person who was semi in charge of the whole
organizer.
Yeah. And fast forward to 2025. Oof. Let me look at my watch real quick. Yeah, that's today.
That's now.
That's right now.
That's crazy.
This shit is still happening. I'm going to turn on my USB here so whenever I do start to play this audio, you guys can hear it. This is an X post from February. It talks about a rural Ohio mom who got a visit from CPS worker at her trailer. It was a woman in her 30s, no car, knew that the daughter had asthma, and knew the medicine by name that the daughter had been prescribed for her asthma. She came to the door and asked to check the little girl's vital signs. Okay? The mom refused, and the woman walked into the woods. No vehicle, nothing.
The fuck?
Okay, this woman,
Motherfucking skinwalker.
that's what I don't think it's something paranormal.
No, not at all. Not at
I
all.
do think it's, but we will talk about that. I personally, I don't believe it's something paranormal. I think it's, I'm going to drop you off on this fucking road, and you walk until you find a house.
Find a fucking
and
kid.
you come back with a kid.
Yeah, you find a kid. Yeah, exactly.
Man, another post from Texas from March of this year, just a few months ago, says a guy in a suit knocked on their front door at 11 o'clock at night asking about a 7-year-old boy. He knew the child's school schedule, and he left when the dad called 911 without a trace. These are not one-offs. They're a pattern, and nobody is talking about this in the mainstream media.
Insane.
People are reporting this shit. It's happening. There's posts about it. Thank God I've never dealt with something like this. Because fuck me. I love making friends. I'd be like, come on in. I'm really kind of closed off. When it comes to that shit, I got a sixth sense, unlike, and I can usually sniff that stuff out.
Yeah, something doesn't seem right. You gotta fucking.
Yeah.
You gotta push forward.
And without being educated on the law, my advice to all of you, if somebody comes to your door and says, I'm with Child Protective Services, you say, get butt fucked. Don't let them in until they come back with a police officer and a warrant.
Exactly.
But don't.
You say, wait right here. Let me get the authorities on the phone, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, wait right here. Let me get my gun.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you. You can't do that. You can't just shoot somebody for knocking. That's one of my I love this on Facebook. I'm in these Facebook groups like, someone broke into my car, and then someone's like, oh, fucking put a bullet in their goddamn brain. I'm just like, first off, pal, can't shoot somebody in the head for breaking into your car.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're going to go to prison after you do that. I don't want anybody breaking into my car. Unless, I don't know, maybe you try to stop them and you felt like your life was in peril, then you could shoot them.
Then you definitely can.
But you just can't be like, walk up behind somebody, getting change out of your dashboard and be like, tell Jesus I said hello. Can't do that.
Can't do it.
This is from about 5 years ago. This is a this is a television news segment of a younger woman. She looks like she's probably 25 years old, who had a young son, and it was a run-in with imposter Child Protective Services.
I just really haven't wanted to let him go since I picked him up.
Jessie McCombs has good reason to hold her 4-year-old a little tighter after she said 2 imposters showed up to her home, a woman followed by a man.
Said that she was with CPS and that she was there about my son's injuries and that they were to take him into protective custody.
Jessie said she was initially...
Okay, this one's a little different. They told her that they were there to take him into custody.
Yeah.
We're here to take your child.
Right off the fucking rip, which that doesn't, right off the get-go, that doesn't happen.
But for maybe a young mom like this, it's not, I'm not saying she's stupid, but people are stronger in tandems, I do believe. But like,
just inexperience.
As a young, naive mom,
yeah,
you're like, oh my God, the government is here and they're telling me they want my child.
Well, then I mean, you worry about, especially if say she is a first-time mom, you worry if a kid gets injured, like doing something like, oh my God,
Absolutely.
are they gonna see me as being negligent?
And then you want to prove, like, you want to do everything you can do within your power to prove to the government that you didn't do anything bad to your kid.
Right. So deep down you have that thought in your mind, like, okay, well maybe this could be true.
Yeah, and I will say, women a lot more than women get like that mama bear thing as soon as they have a child. So I don't want to undersell them, man, because
She was there about my son's injuries and that they were to take him into protective custody.
Jessie said she was initially confused
And thought she for sure had the wrong house until she told me his name and birthday.
She said both were dressed professionally when they showed up here Monday around 7:30 a.m. near State Avenue and 120th Street, and said the woman did all the talking.
I asked her, can you show me some identification? Can you show me this order that you supposedly have? She refused to show me that.
A red
Good for
flag.
her.
People are potentially trying to just snatch my kid. And so I started panicking.
She told us she then fake dialed 911.
She said, we'll come back later. And then they left in a hurry down the stairs.
Jessie said she made a report with Marysville police, who told Cairo 7 they're now investigating.
Shook, honestly.
She said she doesn't know who would fake being CPS workers.
Adrenaline just pretty much took over. I wanted to get my son somewhere safe.
Oh.
Sorry.
Or why they chose her son.
It's a lot bigger than just this one time. It's like a constant thing that's going to be in the back of your head.
That sucks, man. At least she was, cool, calm, and composed, and was able to call bullshit.
As much as possible.
Yeah.
You heard her start to crack there at the end. This is from CBS News. This was Marysville, Washington. Her name was Jessie McCombs. This was from KIRO TV. This is real life, man.
Yeah.
And this stuff is happening. This is just a few years ago. This is another incident. This is from Indy, where they actually. I'll let them tell the story.
Now to a developing story, one that we sent as breaking news on our RTV6 app this afternoon. Prosecutors have now formally charged a woman with murdering an Anderson mother, all part of a plot to steal her newborn child. She accomplished that trick by posing as a Department of Child Services worker. RTV6's Derek Thomas has that story.
Samantha Fleming lived at the apartment at the top of the steps. The fake Department of Child Services worker told her that she was making a surprise visit.
I was standing right there. I was like, I ain't never heard of, no surprise inspection, home inspection or something like that. But I was just walking in because I was coming home from work and I wasn't paying no attention. That's all I heard.
The fake DCS worker has been identified as 36-year-old Geraldine Jones. She is charged with murder, kidnapping, and criminal confinement.
I think it's particularly concerning or disturbing that the suspect, visited the residents and lured them away under the guise of being an employee with a state agency that is, has a mission to care for children and to, protect children.
Official DCS workers have state-issued ID cards, and if they were removing a child, they would be accompanied by law enforcement. It is troubling that there have been multiple DCS worker imposters since 2010.
Sadly, it's been, I think, 3 cases that I've heard of since I've been here that someone has impersonated a DCS caseworker and has gone to a family's home. It's an alarming situation.
At some point, police will travel to Texas to question the suspect. She is confined to a medical facility there. In Anderson, Derek Thomas, RTV6.
And as Derek mentioned, Jones checked herself into that medical facility in Texas, and she cannot leave that facility.
Whew. Damn, man.
That was, you heard the director of communications for the organization say that's the 3rd time this happened that he can remember. And I'll be the first to say it. Sometimes we may talk about things that's shrouded around the truth. Like sometimes it can be misconstrued. Like, is this real? Is this urban legend? This is one of those things. Phantom social workers, phantom child protective service workers. That sounds like an urban legend. These are real documented cases of people posing as CPS workers and in some instances killing the mother to take the child.
I think it's what makes this even that much more scarier is because it's so plausible in the fact that it's actually it's happening. Yeah. So the fact that it's that more plausible makes it that much scarier.
It's terrifying. And the British press, they ran stories about what became known as the phantom social worker panic. Journalists pressed local councils for explanations, but officials offered little more than warnings for families to be vigilant. That's all you get. Just be vigilant. Police issued statements advising parents to always ask for proper identification, yet many of the imposters carried documents that looked completely legitimate. A mother in Manchester recalled that the ID card she was shown had her council's logo and even a name and reference number.
Jeez.
When she phoned the office later that day, the phone number on the badge was fake. I'm sorry, the number was fake, the reference number. The name did not exist, and the card she had seen was never recovered. Some officers admitted off the record that they suspected an organized network of traffickers and child abusers, but they lacked the evidence to pursue it. Families were told to lock their doors, to call the police if anyone suspicious appeared, and to trust that authorities were doing everything that they could. And, dude, as being like the first line of defense for your family, it's not good enough to just rely on the police to protect you. I'm sorry. You got to be protective of the ones that are under your roof. And part of being who I am as a father, I'm a very protective person. I know I often sometimes maybe overshare with you guys on some topics and some things, but that's kind of like the just connection we've developed with our listeners over the years. But one of the things I take most serious is just how protective I am of my children, and they know that.
I feel like, you know, as a dad, it's just natural, right? I mean,
yeah, for sure.
You want to protect your little ones,
for sure.
Your family, your household. That's your fucking place. Those are your people.
Mm-hmm. And this is another recent incident from Las Vegas.
It's just confusing to me. Like, somebody had to give her that information. There's no way she would have been able to get it by herself.
Well, where did a CPS imposter get the information police say she used on fake documents in an attempt to kidnap an infant?
Well, the answer might actually surprise you. In 13 Action News reporter Brian
This is a really good lesson. We just talked about oversharing. This is a really good lesson to be learned here.
Callahan spoke to the baby's parents tonight, and this story may have you taking a closer look at your social media accounts.
At like 1:30, I was like, hey, where are you? You know, I've been waiting on you. If you're not interested, just let me know. And she was like, well, I'm at the bank.
Cassandra Dean says she was supposed to meet Joanna Boyd Monday afternoon to sell her baby items. But as Dean was sending that message and waiting for a response, Metro says their officers were with Boyd, who was planning to kidnap Dean's 3-week-old daughter, posing as a CPS worker with forged documents. Police later showing up to tell the family of the plan.
When they said that, I mean, my heart hit my big toe and jumped back up.
Metro says Boyd called officers to the area near Craig and Las Vegas Boulevard, presenting a fake court order and other documents to remove the child from the home. Officers had concerns about those documents as well as other inconsistencies, like the fact they say Boyd did not have the proper ID and was not driving a county vehicle like CPS workers routinely do.
It's really nerve-wracking to think that this woman was able to get a hold of court documents and take our information and put it on there.
The Deans say officers told them the documents contained information about them, even though their only conversations were about the baby items.
She had our birthdays, my daughter's birthday. She had your apartment number and everything, like down to the T.
The couple said they keep their Facebook pages very private, and Cassandra never gave out her apartment number. While it's unclear where all of the information could have come from, 13 Action News was able to show the couple a surprising place where Cassandra's birthday was posted publicly.
Right there.
Right there on the sonogram.
Yep. She must have been really stalking.
While the family is still trying to figure out where Boyd may have found the other information, they are planning to be in court Tuesday when Boyd is expected to make her next appearance. Brian Callahan, 13 Action News.
She looks like that one woman comedian that wears
Tammy?
the Reba McEntire shirt. Yeah, Tammy. Yeah, I forget her name. Chelsea something or other. Yeah, she looks exactly like her.
She did. But that was another, dude. I mean, this girl had the document. Like, she had court documents made up, and she was giving it to the police before she even.
Yeah, it's crazy. These people are going through. They're checking they're crossing the T's and dotting the I's whenever they're doing this shit.
And kind of the walk on the crazier side for a second. In some neighborhood, in some neighborhoods, rumors took on more of a supernatural edge. Parents started to talk about visitors who seemed to appear from nowhere, who walked into the cul-de-sacs only to vanish in plain sight. Some described the figures as eerily calm, their faces blank, their eyes strangely dark. A few even claimed that photographs taken during the encounters failed to capture the visitors clearly, leaving behind blurred shapes or distorted shadows. Now, whether these were exaggerations born from fear or something stranger, they kind of just worsened everybody's fears in regards to these phantom social workers. By the mid-1990s, the phenomenon had grown beyond the borders of Scotland and England. There were reports from the United States, the Midwest, parents in Ohio, Illinois, and Pennsylvania. They told eerily similar stories, strangers arriving in unmarked vehicles, claiming to be from Child Protective Services and demanding access to children. Like their British counterparts, though, they often carried forged identification. When challenged aggressively, they would retreat, sometimes vanishing down streets that led nowhere. South Africa also saw some incidents. There was families in Johannesburg and Cape Town described individuals showing up with documents, insisting on home inspections, and then disappearing. Some South African parents tied the phenomenon directly to trafficking, believing that the imposters were part of larger criminal syndicates. And to think of it in more of an uglier perspective, some people say, like, these were recon missions.
Mm-hmm.
That they maybe it's hard to, almost like they were scouting these people out for other nefarious activity. Not there to take the children that night. Not like there to pound on your door, oh, give me your kid tonight. They were more as like a scouting mission to see what they could get away with, how far they could do.
Yeah, like the sticky bandits in Home Alone. They're they got they're a cop. He's a cop at first.
Yeah, that's definitely the same premise. In the 1990s, the UK, they were deep in the satanic panic. Everyone thought cults were snatching kids for rituals. Some researchers, like Martin Cannon in his book, The Child Stealers, argued that these imposters were scouts for trafficking rings. They'd pose as CPS to get accessed, test how easily the parents would hand over the kids, and mark vulnerable families.
That's crazy.
Between 500,000 and 800,000, that's a wide margin there, kids have gone missing in the United States since the year 2020. I believe it's closer to 1 million now.
That's insane.
Then there's the second theory that these children are being scouted for organ harvesting. Black market organs are a billion-dollar industry. Kidneys, livers, hearts, even corneas. Children are prime targets because their organs are healthy, small, and in demand. Some 1990s cases, these social workers asked weirdly specific questions, like whether a child had had surgery recently, if they had any scars. In a 2001 Essex case, a mom said the imposter checked her daughter's arms for vein health.
The fuck?
That is not CPS protocol. I don't care where the fuck you live at, unless the child is suspected of doing heroin, which only one of my kids does heroin.
Let me check your kid's cornea.
Dude.
That's fucking crazy.
That's wild. I just don't... Kind of to go back almost a week ago, there was a meeting caught on tape between... Or on video. I said on tape. God, I'm showing my age. There was a meeting caught on video between the president of China. Is it Z or Xing? It's XI. I don't even know.
Yeah. I think it's Z.
It was between him and Vladimir Putin from Russia.
Mm-hmm.
They overheard them talking about organ transplants and how humans are living closer to 150 years now because they're utilizing the technology of just kind of like, it's like an oil change.
Mm-hmm.
They're just swapping your organs out when they start to break down.
Yeah.
So they can give you a whole body organ transplant.
Right.
you can add XYZ amount of years to your life. I mean, you could technically live. I mean, as long as you're
just keep fucking swapping you out.
Yeah, man. Just keep on giving you new gizzard every time you get too sick.
Dude, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Just human customization is all it is.
That's what it is, and it's happening right now. And I promise to fucking God that they don't just have a fleet of children with healthy buttholes and liver lizards,
big
and
fat
hearts.
cocks.
Yeah. They have to get these people and these organs from someplace.
Maybe that's what happened to us. Who chopped us up and put a little kid's pecker on our adult body?
We gotta swap it out with something.
I'm pissed off about that, dude. That's what happened.
Imagine there's some guy out there walking around with a gigantic dick that was supposed to be yours.
It's fucking greedy, dude.
He could have let me keep half that dick.
We're going to make these guys mildly attractive, semi-funny, and give them tiny peckers. It's balance.
If I could just get like a half a dick, dude.
One that doesn't try to hide inside my body when I'm scared.
I sent you a picture of it, but somebody at my work put a bumper sticker on my car.
That's great, man.
It was a rainbow bumper sticker, and it said, "Follow me to the gay bar." And there was like men smiling and waving at me on the way home from work. I got a long commute. I drive an hour
you do.
one way. And there was some guys like slowing down and waving and shit. And I was just like, usually that's my nose picking time on my drive home. That's when I clean my nose out. But I couldn't fucking pick my nose because people kept on fucking waving at me and slowing down and shit.
That's my nose picking time.
No goddamn privacy.
Right.
And then I started playing with the dog, and come to find out there's a bumper sticker on my I see him I'm out in the yard playing with Pepper, and I look at my car, and there's a bumper sticker that says, "Follow me to the gay bar," big letters and a rainbow magnet.
Luckily, nobody followed you.
I don't know.
Or did they?
They might have saw me get out of my car and just be like, "No, dude.
Yeah.
He's fucking around. He ain't gay."
You're about to get lucky.
Oh, my mama. There's also, like you said, the paranormal aspect. Some witnesses, they describe these imposters as off, like they weren't human. In that 2003 Australia case, the mom said the man's eyes were too still, almost like he did not blink.
Ooh.
A 1996 Yorkshire report had a dad swear that the woman's hands were freezing, like she'd already been dead for hours.
Oh.
The author that we referenced earlier, his book floats the idea of non-human entities, whether it's demons, aliens, or something else, mimicking humans to get close to children. Maybe they're feeding on fear or marking souls. It sounds a little too crazy to me, but when you've got no arrests, no traces, and witnesses saying things like their faces were wrong,
yeah,
okay, you start to wonder, like, okay, what the fuck were these things?
It's like some uncanny valley shit.
Yeah, something really weird going on. In mainstream media, they don't touch on it. A few UK articles in the 90s, a 1990 Guardian piece calling it mass hysteria, and a documentary. The Cook report tying it to satanic panic, then nothing. No follow-ups, no investigations. Jump to 2025. This shit's still happening. There was a recent post from Michigan, rural Michigan, just in April of this year. A family got a visit from a woman claiming to be a social worker. She knew their 8-year-old's recent surgery details, and she asked to check his recovery progress. The dad refused. She left, walking into a field with no car in sight.
That's fucking scary, dude. That's terrifying.
Oh, I would sort of follow her and be like, "Hey, I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is a good place to kill you out in this field."
It's way more. It's like way more scarier.
It's
or like
so
eerie
unsettling, man.
If they just walk into the fucking woods or into a field, that's weird.
What was that?
Yeah.
And I'm not done yet. I got another news piece here. This is recent. This one has front door ring video.
Hell yeah.
And the woman trying to capture the child, she probably could have did whatever to either one of us, Robert. She's
okay.
Yeah.
She's one of them.
Yep.
Moment caught on camera creeping out one local family and now leading to criminal charges. A Norwood family says This woman to lure their 4-year-old son away from home. WCPO 9 News anchor Brett Bagansky shows us the evidence now being used against her in court.
He's like, Mommy, there's some lady here that wants to talk to you.
This is surveillance video from Jamie and Tim Spradlin's homes. You see their 4-year-old son running inside the house to get his mom.
She shows me a
So you can't hear it that well, but the woman is out front. If you're on the YouTube stream, you can see it. We got it up on the screen. The little boy is playing in front of the house on the sidewalk on a big wheel, and then a woman walks up and starts rubbing him on the head, pretty much telling him, "Go get your mommy." The little boy runs inside and gets the mom. The mom comes outside, then clear as day, right on the Ring doorbell camera, the woman says, "I'm so-and-so from CPS. I want to talk to you about your child."
Inside the house to get his mom.
She shows me a badge that says her name.
This was Saturday afternoon near Ralston and Ross in Norwood.
She proceeds to rattle off my children's names.
Then she asked Jamie if she can come in.
She said I have to make sure that the children are safe for this home.
The woman said she was following up on a complaint filed against them, but didn't leave her contact info.
Jamie felt like something wasn't right, so what they ended up doing is going back to their cameras. And after looking at the video, they ended up feeling even more uneasy about what happened.
Minutes earlier, she's on camera talking to their 4-year-old son, touching him, has her arm around him, at times stroking his hair.
Creeps us out a little bit. It's gut-wrenching.
I'm absolutely sick to my stomach.
The woman asked her son 3 different times to come home with her. You see her son throw his hands up, run into the house, and that's when Jamie comes out, and the woman identified herself as a CPS worker.
Now we followed through and found out that she is not from CPS, that everything was a lie.
Norwood police identified the woman on camera as 44-year-old Lisa Necrelli, who was in the Hamilton County Jail charged with child enticement.
Your intention was clearly to take my son, to convince him to walk down the street with you to this house, which I didn't even know you lived this close, which is terrifying in itself.
WCPO 9 News confirmed Necrelli lives blocks away from them.
I've told them over and over, you know all those bad words that Mommy says? You scream those at the top of your lungs. You know why? Because it's going to grab somebody's attention that you're in trouble.
And while they still feel traumatized about what happened, they're thankful their son's instincts kicked in. In Norwood, Brett Pagansky, WCPO 9 News.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to have these conversations with your kids about fucking strangers. Rob, I don't know if you noticed.
Not literally fucking strangers, but
yeah, no fuck strangers.
Yeah.
Unless you want to. That is from Norwood, Cincinnati. That is 30 minutes from us.
That's not far from here at all. Yeah.
That is our neck of the woods, my friend.
It's crazy. It's crazy. People are fucking nuts.
That lady had a badge with her name on it, credentials, was out there on the sidewalk rubbing this kid on the head, fucking trying to schmooze him up. I don't know what she was trying to do, man, but
yeah. That's the most unsettling thing, right? Is like you don't know. Obviously, there's no good intention because who lies about being a part of CPS and trying to take kids with them? Like,
there's only one intention whenever you claim to be with CPS, and that is to abduct the child. I feel like, or to scope out something more nefarious than.
Yeah. And then when you think about the possible reasons for wanting to abduct that's when it gets even like fucking scarier and weirder and creepier.
And we don't know. That's the thing is, with, between 500,000, 800,000 missing children, a lot of those kids are dead. A lot of them are gone.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are being thrust into jobs that they don't want to do, much like this woman who was presumably strung out on drugs with fake CPS credentials on a sidewalk in Cincinnati, Ohio, who could have that woman very well could have been a product of an abduction at some point in her life.
Sure.
Then there was another recent post from just a couple months ago in June,
2-3 months,
Florida. A CPS team showed up at 10 o'clock at night. 2 women, 1 guy. They know the child's medical history. They asked to see her bedroom. The parents call 911. The trio is gone before the cops arrive. No agency sent them.
Jeez.
And these stories, they're all over. They keep piling up and nobody has answers. At one point during the investigations in the UK, there were families that had recorded voicemails from follow-up calls, and the calls were traced to burner phones with calm voices saying things like, we'll check on Timmy soon. And they were calling the homes and leaving voicemails, notifying these people that they would be out or coming out to check on Timmy. And they were not who they say they were at all. So this is a good reminder to have the conversation with your kids about strangers. Make up fucking code words. Let them know that the only way they are to go with anybody is with the password, whatever the password may be, or if it is XYZ. Like, only me, your mom, and Rob Dog and Nicolicious are the only people allowed to come get you at school.
Yeah.
And guys, if you want to, put us on your emergency contact list.
Please.
This is Tim from Production Services. Our friend Brad here just cut his arm off on a machine, and you were listed as his emergency point of contact.
Dude, that'd be fucking crazy.
I'd laugh so fucking hard, dude. Someone put us down as... We're idiots.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Jeff got stuck in the baler again. We're gonna need somebody to come down and get him out.
There's been an accident.
Oh my God, what happened? What?
Give me the tea.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
we're like, who?
Yeah, I don't know him.
What the fuck are you calling me for?
He listed you as the primary beneficiary on his life insurance policy, and he just got caught in a meat grinder.
Oh, really?
He was such a sweetheart.
I love that man.
He was great. I'll tell his wife.
How much money are we talking?
I'll tell his wife he's dead.
Imagine us being put over people's spouses.
Him and that stupid fucking podcast. Yeah.
If you want a spot on our wall back here, go ahead and put us in your living will. We'll put you up here next to Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, so have those conversations with your family just about, hey, this is what we do when people try and take us off the street.
Oh, jeez.
And it is this is a heavy topic.
That's scarier than any ghost story, I'll tell you that.
It is, and there's so much evidence to go along with it.
Yeah, it's happening now.
Still happening. But that concludes our episode with Child Protective Service imposters. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you learned something. I hope it helped perk your ears up to crazy shit going on out there. You got to be protective of your own.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You got to put us in your life insurance policy. And if you do put us in there, let us know, because we want to take you on a hunting trip.
Yeah.
Anybody that puts us in their life insurance policy
free hunting trip
gets a free hunting trip with Nick and Rob. Very far out.
Yeah.
So you can spend lots of intimate time away from people with us.
That's where all the game is like way deep out in the forest.
No cameras, so you just get us at our best. Just stripped down. We say really bad words, worse than the ones we say on here.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever that means.
It doesn't get much worse.
That sounds awful, though. Hell yeah.
Guys, have a great week. We will catch you again in hopefully a couple days.
Couple days, we'll be here.
And
send your stories.
Send those stories. For the meantime, be safe. Have those talks with your families. We love you.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Love you. Oh, man.
It's heavy shit, isn't it?
Yeah. If anybody wants any of my kids, just please let me know.
Yeah, you don't have to go to CBS Steal Kids. We have kids we can give you. Pow, right in the kisser. That's funny. Imagine someone trying to take my kid and they find out she's a skinwalker. Annabelle is a skinwalker.
There's a lot of people I know that have real feral kids. I mean, they can...
A lot of them.
Yeah.
I was watching some
mean.
UFC videos of your kids earlier today. They're making me fucking laugh.
Dude.
Poor Giblet, dude. They just
know.
beat his fucking ass.
Poor kid. He's the sweetest kid.
And he
in the
just
entire
takes
universe.
it. You know, he's their Lucas is what he is.
Yeah, I mean, that they don't do that to him a lot. I don't.
Well, and they weren't beating him. They weren't beating him up.
Yeah.
He's just so sweet that he won't fight.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's just a big fucking teddy bear.
I can't wait till they really start fighting, dude.
I love that kid.
Yeah.
Colton and Carter do, man. They fight.
Yeah.
They throw down. Yeah.
I want to be there for it. Fight! Let's get it on!
It's just always Colton end up crying.
Yeah. All right, guys. Okay, TaylorMade's got some good stuff on there. All right, guys. We love you.
All right, love you
Take
guys.
care.
Bye.